pushed a button. Word.
Predictions complete. Awakening systems from hibernation. Right of capacitors initialized. Personnel may begin prayers of charging.
Throne, can you not hasten the damn process?
Seismic disruptions have occurred. Launch trajectory may have been altered.
Here they come.
Organic presence detected on the railway. All personnel vacate for launch. Launch preparations complete. Standing by, Lagos.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Kept dying at that part.
It is done.
What's up, Mare Shadow? You have this game, you want to get in on this?
I will take you all with me. I will not rest until you lie dead at my feet.
Ugh. I really hope they add Terminator armor to the multiplayer side of this game soon. That would be so cool.
Will eradicate your kind from the galaxy.
Gotta make that money.
May that virus
Man.
strip your flesh from your bones.
So much has happened in the. Let's see, wasn't it like 2017 or 2018 when I was streaming with Catnip? It's like so much has changed since then. This part of the game, I'm always like wanting to live as long as possible here, even though like you're supposed to get defeated by this thing. It's part of the story. Die. Oh, I got it. You're not alone in this one. You fight in a squad. That's why they added in the first game you were alone, but in this one they added a like co-op campaign, so you can have up to 3 people playing at a time in the squad that you're in. It's pretty cool. I've played online in squads with just random people. None of my friends buy the game because they don't like me enough, I guess. Joseph or Catnip has it now, but he hasn't gotten into it yet. Mainly just because it's the busiest time with all the orders coming in for Symbiote Studios. Well, that was great.
Praise the Emperor.
The Emperor protects.
The wound
survived only through the
When I first started playing this
surgery.
game, I didn't
Made you
know about the changes with the 10th
Primaris now.
edition 40K
Why?
with the Primaris explaining the change in the scale.
Is he here? Gone. Summoned by the Primarch.
Oh, hey, Inked. Welcome to my
get
stream.
back to the
I'm just
Watch
playing
Fortress.
Space Marine because
Reassigned.
I didn't
My place
want to paint
is with
tonight.
the Death Watch.
To take a little break from painting for a bit.
Stain on you, Titus, accused of heresy. You have
Welcome,
served
welcome.
penance in the Death Watch for almost a century. And not
Playing
once
through the
have you
campaign again
faltered.
because it's fun.
Will never know redemption.
Trying it on a harder
You
difficulty.
have faced the judgment of your brothers. Prove yourself to us and know true absolution.
Yeah. It's especially fun playing it with friends. I wouldn't know because I don't have any.
My
Just
honor
kidding.
is my life.
Nah. I've played in squads with people online, but most of my friends, some of them have the game, but they haven't really played it enough quite yet.
What is
They're
your
like waiting for
fear?
things to slow down
Fear is
with
to
the
fail.
season. Like this is a lot of my friends' busiest work seasons right now, so they're all swamped. Like as soon as we get off for vacation, we'll be playing Space Marine.
What is your reward? My salvation is my reward.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was a huge fan of the Space Marine, the first Space Marine, and I absolutely loved Dawn of War back in the day.
What is your
I still think that's the best Warhammer 40K game ever made.
eternal
The first Dawn of War game was just great, and all the expansions added, all the armies and stuff. I loved it.
The Rubicon surgery has remade you as a Primaris.
Most of the time, buddies of mine, we'd have like game nights every couple months. We try to do it once a month where we'd go to
Take your place
our buddy's
as an
house and set up our
ultramarine
computers and have a little LAN party. And
brothers
the
will
majority of the
want
time,
you
we
served
play Dawn of
in
War.
Death Watch. But your dishonorable status as a Black Shield has been redacted from the archives. Should
This
it be
game is.
discovered, there would
It
be
looks pretty good on the Xbox. Like that's what I first played it through before
Helga
finishing
offers
this
you a
PC.
second chance.
But
Do not
holy
take it.
crap, it looks so good on the PC. I finished another computer and I was playing it in the living room the other day, and my wife came in and she was like, holy crap, this looks amazing. I was like, yeah, that's why I built the PC for the living room.
Defense to the Cadians. Plenty of them. The guardsmen will be cleaning up bits of tyranny for weeks. Brother. Lieutenant. Regardless, we have work to do. Gather the rest of the squadron of flight deck. Yes.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly dead. I had the money to pay for it. Fortunately, had some big projects kick off with my company, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna build some computers.
Stand by, Major. Sending a start.
Although I already have crushing debt, so
My lord.
probably not the best idea.
Lieutenant Titus reporting for duty.
Yeah, I enjoyed the game still, but it was totally different. Like, it wasn't really a real-time strategy anymore.
Good enough.
I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations.
It's funny, every time I play this game, this dude reminds me so much of a former boss of
I
mine that
cannot
I'm just
afford
like,
discord among the men.
like the way he looks and his like attitude
You're a
is
lieutenant
so
now.
similar. I mean, he doesn't have the accent,
That'll be a
but
problem.
No, Captain.
Very well. We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets. Avarax, a hive world, and Kadaku, which you already know. We're abandoning the latter. It's mostly Adeptus Mechanicus research facilities. We're evacuating critical assets and personnel. These defense guns
Yeah,
are keeping the skies clear
I
for
didn't
our
have
ships.
any like animosity
The
toward
Tyranids
that guy
have
or
taken
anything.
note.
It just reminds me of him,
Get down there and protect those guns.
where it's like
Captain,
he uses
Good to
his
see me.
authority
Sergeant,
from
This is
position
Lieutenant Titus.
versus
You'll
like
be taking over
authority
command of your
from
squad.
leadership capability.
sir,
I expect you on the ground within
So it's just
30
like,
minutes.
okay, I'll just listen to you because you say so. That doesn't always work out so well. Which is very similar to the position with Titus. It's like Titus is way more experienced, is
forgive my
really
hesitation.
more cut out for
I
that
am
type of a
merely
position,
surprised by
but
this development.
he knows the
As am
rank
I.
and how it works, so. And that's pretty much how
Sergeant
I was
Guthrie,
in the job
the
I was
Absolver
in.
is ready to depart. Brother Chiron, this is Lieutenant Titus. He will be leading our squad.
Yep.
Is that so? Well, I shall be glad to have a commander of such experience.
Is the rest of
Have
the
you
squad
seen the
ready?
toys that they've
Already
come out?
assembled on the
I
flight
think it's
deck.
called Jabby Toys
We leave
of the characters from here, and they've got a bunch of other 40K toys. Like, holy crap, they look so awesome. I've been tempted to order some.
Maintain distance from the Hive Fleet. Do not engage.
Maintaining distance.
Yeah, I'm glad that I got the Space Marine. There's a Space Marine 2 like Target board game set, and then they had another one in Games Workshop that was a little more upgraded, like had some paints that come with it. It was kind of a starter set. I'm glad I picked that up because that's the figurines from that are what I'll be painting starting tomorrow night. Somewhere, I need to dig it up. I think I have it in storage. I have a Todd McFarlane Space Marine, like a blank one. That would be fun to paint someday. And I'll probably be lurking throughout the day because I'll be working on projects throughout like normal working hours. That's why I'll be streaming in the evenings most of the time.
The Tyranids are hurling scores of those guns in great waves. I'm impressed the Cadians held out this long.
Yeah, I don't know if, like how that stuff is performed for McFarlane toys.
Have any of you faced Tyranids before?
Only these past 2 days.
Then there is much to learn.
I look forward to it.
Actually, in the morning, I'll mainly just be like putting in orders and responding to emails and stuff. So I'll likely be somewhat active during your stream in the morning. But in the afternoon, I have to be on some job sites, depending on how long you're streaming for anyway.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Is the game audio too loud? Is it like hard to hear me with the game audio on? Turn it down a tiny bit. Cool. Yeah, I got the I used when I streamed years ago, I had a pretty nice Behringer mixer that I ended up selling to a buddy who was getting into streaming. I was like, "Hey, I've got this stuff and I'm not streaming anymore, and I'll sell it to you like cheap." So he bought most of the stuff that I had from that time. But getting all set up this time, there's all this new gear. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to order that and that and that," and finally have it all set up.
Sir, you served in the Death Watch.
Yes.
That must have been a great honor.
It has like these sound things on it. They're pretty cool. Little soundboard built into the. Calling it a mixer is a little understatement.
You see those service studs? Our lieutenant is over 200 years old.
He even has these like sound effects. See if I can
You're
find
right.
one.
And now he has your command.
Titus, the Chaos Lords are disappointed in you.
On your feet, soldiers! Move to defend our west flank! And get those heavy bolters resupplied!
This is how the town talks.
My lord! Major Sarkana, 8th Canadian Regiment.
Major, give me an update.
The wretched beasts have taken the orbital guns. They pushed us back to this encampment and are staging a heavy assault.
Illyrio, take Altarius and Elion and remove
35 is alive.
Yes, brother.
Major, we must reach the defense guns.
Yes, my lord. Follow me. Such divine magnificence. The situation here has deteriorated.
Disassemble.
Those foul gargoyles pollute the skies.
The Tyranids have the orbital guns.
They do. These unrelenting attacks make a counteroffensive difficult.
We shall take care of that.
I like how there's all this fighting going on. He's just like, doo doo doo. I'm going for a leisurely stroll.
Major, we've got more incoming from the east.
No need to rush.
Reinforce the eastern flank. You, go with him.
We will assist in the defense.
Very good, my lord.
Ducking. What is that? I need to play around with this soundboard.
The numbers are endless. We will see about that. I hope you're keeping score, brother. Oh, I am. Here they come. Glory of Ultramar.
Eat a grenade.
My lord, intelligence reports multiple swarms closing in.
Direct us to them.
Sending coordinates to your Auspex display.
One of the things I thought was cool that I noticed when you're in the tutorial, when you're in the dropship, one of the guys in the ship with you has a power axe. So I'm like, ooh, I bet that's a weapon they're gonna add soon. I was happy that they have the power fist in the other modes and all, like multiplayer. I really hope they add lightning claws at some point to use with the assault marines. That would be so awesome. Those have always been like the coolest looking weapons, in my opinion, that the Space Marines have. It's like anyone that's a Wolverine fan is like, yes, bro, claws. I thought it was cool that this was nominated for a gaming award too for the multiplayer. No one was really expecting it to be even nominated for anything.
Restocking. Reloading.
One of my major hopes is that it just gets a lot new people into the tabletop hobby game that haven't really known anything about it. And then it's generally made a bit more mainstream and not just this like nerdy hobby that weirdos play. This is like when I when I was a teenager, I was like, I didn't fit in really when I was in the game store because I was like football player, like involved in all kinds of other things at school, and then I'd go to the hobby store and be like, you actually showered today. What are you doing here? Yeah, exactly. Which would make the kids especially annoyed if I actually beat them in the game because they just thought I was this like jock kid. They're like, what? You're not supposed to know how to play this game.
Never miss. Everyone at this base owes you their life, my lords.
The Emperor protects. We must proceed through the jungle to reach the orbital defense guns. Brother Lirio, assist the Cadians while they establish new defensive lines, then report back.
Yes, Lieutenant. It will not take long.
See, Khmer Shadow, these other dudes you play with can be played by other players.
The Tyranids will be lying.
It's kind of like they did in, I think it was Halo 3? Where you could, like, one of the guys could play as the Arbiter.
A fine gift from the Forge.
Maybe it was Halo 2. I can't remember.
These abhorrent husks are everywhere. Living organic machines.
Indeed. Their ships, these
I like this one with the grenade launcher in it.
Their very existence is heresy.
Pretty
Shut in
dope.
their numbers today, brother.
This game wasn't too bad on a controller, and then I played it with the keyboard, and I was like, oh,
do not stop moving.
keyboard sucks. I mean, the controller sucks. Where'd he go? I thought he was about to pop out of the ground. Missed me. Oh, I went back in. That chain sword, like, cut in half, that animation is so satisfying.